I have no idea how long we stood there when the screams subsided. The silence again was in the toilet, not the safe silence. It was the type that harkens back. The steam, still quite heavy and wet, lay clung to the ceiling and twisted about the lights, as though it were reluctant to go. The alarms in the outside had gone off as though the ship had already made up its mind that this toilet was dead. We were still inside. I recall an understanding that the case is quite obvious. We did not even leave the toilet. The door was open, yes. The corridor was right there. But my feet wouldn't move. None of ours did. I believe the toilet had become heavier, as though gravity between those walls were heavier. Red was close to the sinks, cracking his visor, breathing slowly, calmly, too controlled. Blue was against a stall door, hand trembling, eyes dashing about all over at once. Black was standing directly in the middle of the toilet as he stood straight back and looked at all the people in the room rather than at the area itself, and Yellow's voice was gone. No echo, no whisper, nothing. I broke the silence. We need to leave the toilet, now. Red looked at me, and departing, "Who's a liar is free." Saying, said Blue, "Stay in this toilet and we die." Black didn't raise his voice. The swindler desires us atomized. This toilet drives us up against one another, and that ought to have soothed me. It didn't. The lamps were slightly dimmed to the extent of making every shadow elongated to the sides of the toilet. The sinks were fogged over, and then cleared up, and then fogged over again, as though the toilet sinks were breathing against us. I glanced at my reflection. It did not move at a time as I did. I looked away fast. I continued to hear things, Blue said to himself. Footfalls on the toilet stalls. But they stop when I listen. The systems of the ship are not very stable, Red replied. Black shook his head. No, this toilet is under control. One of the stall doors opened on its own, slow, careful, intentional. Don't touch it, Blue whispered. Red stepped forward anyway. The toilet should not have its way running. He kicked the stall door open, empty. Only steam, darkness, and a slight odor of metal and disinfectant. Red exhaled. Nothing. Then a sink behind him was switched on. Water shot through and smashed a din in the toilet. Another sink followed, then another. The sound made the words we said go down the drain. "Turn it off!" I shouted. Red slammed the controls. Nothing happened. It is then the time when the mirrors of the toilets change. Not all at once, one by one, and by. In the mirror before, I had seen Blue in the place of Black. In the second, Red was smiling. In the third, Yellow was behind us, alive. I spun around. Nothing. "I saw her," Blue whispered. "In the toilet mirror." Red clenched his fists. "The reflections are lying," Black said, "or revealing." The water shut off abruptly. There was another silence, greater than ever. Then we heard breathing. Not ours. A view of it through one of the toilets. Slow. Measured. Enjoying itself. The stall door opened. Red stepped out. Another Red. Perfect suit. No cracked visor. The Red beside us froze. The toilet held its breath. "This I do not like," I said to Blue. The new Red spoke first. "Why are you staring?" Our Red shouted. "That's not me." The other Red tilted his head. "Funny, I was about to say the same." The eyes of Black were wandering between them. "One of you only came into this toilet with us." Both answered at once. "I did." The lightning was ghastly. Vapor came out through the toilet vents. One Red had disappeared when it cleared. I couldn't tell which. The rest of the Reds came to us. "It copied me." Blue backed away. "Or replaced you." A laugh resounded in the toilet. Satisfied. Close. The voice of Yellow came in through the vents. "You keep choosing wrong." Black looked up. "You're still here?" "Of course," the voice replied. "Everything is memorized in this toilet." One by one, the stall doors were banged, one of them locked. Blue gasped an inch away to his face. "In the toilet, we are stuck," he said. Red nodded. That was always the point. The floor drain gurgled. The water had stalled up upon the tiles. Forms moved in the contemplations that were not connected to figures. I saw myself standing alone. I wasn't. I believe, said Black, the imposter does not have to murder us here. Red then asked, why languish in the toilet? Black answered, because the suspicion is diffused more in narrow places. The lights would strike a match. Something came to brush me on the shoulder. I didn't scream. Blue did. By the time the lights came back, Blue had fallen on the floor shaking. It whispered my name, he said. It was aware of the way I inhale the toilet. Red took a step back. We end this, right here. Black asked, how? Red looked around. We vote, in this toilet. There was no button, no screen, just us. Accusations flew, doubt grew. The voice of Yellow was laughing down the pipes. Then the toilet decided. The mirrors broke at the same time. Steam exploded outward. When it cleared, 3 of us were left on our feet. No one said who was gone. The doors to the toilets opened gradually. The lights stabilized. The toilet released us, as if it had learned enough. So tell me, whose legs are it that come out of that toilet? Who was never meant to? And who stayed behind, without ever dying? Because the ship remembers, and the toilet does too.